I do the same. I was like, Mom, like, there might be something online of me. But she's more like, you have something online of you? Is that dangerous? Are you okay, honey? I'm like, I'm good, Mom.
Are you live?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not seeing it.
Oh, we're
I'm
seeing it.
seeing it.
Yeah. My mom's a lot more tech, like my aunts are more tech savvy than my mom. So if I don't tell my mom, then they'll tell my mom. Because they'll find it. And then my mom will be like, so you did this? I heard from your aunt Jamie.
Oh my
But
God,
not
that's
you.
so funny.
And, yeah.
I like how, like, that's really funny.
Sounds good.
All right.
Should we start?
Oh, that's not my last name. That's okay.
Should I start? Are we starting? Is this
We can.
I think so, yes.
All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another one of these Smith College YouTube Lives. This is our last one. So wait till next year maybe for the next YouTube Live. Ooh,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
exciting. Yeah, so my name is Agnes Hu. I'm a history sociology double major. I use she, her pronouns. I live in the Quad, Wilson House, biggest and best house. You guys can literally fight me. Sorry. Yeah, Madison.
I'm Madison, class of 2021. I'm a sophomore. I'm a statistical data science major and an environmental science minor, and I live in Wilder House, which is the living room we're actually in right now, and also the best house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Hazel. I'm also a sophomore. I'm a biology major with a minor in archaeology. And I live in Chase House, which isn't in the Quad, but it's still the best house.
Okay. I see how it is. All y'all jumping on my bandwagon. Yeah, so our topic for today is student life and organizations, and also our college town, Northampton. So we're going to be touching a little bit on all of the above. So I first want to just talk about a couple of events that are happening on campus. Today was Pet a Pet Day. Did you guys go?
Yes.
Oh, you didn't go, Madison? That's okay, I didn't either.
I didn't have any classes today,
Oh,
so
no,
I got out
feel
of my
that.
PJs like 15 minutes ago.
You went?
Yeah, well, okay, it was an accident. I forgot it was happening, and I had an exercise class at the gym, and I walked out, and there were dogs everywhere, and it was the best part of my day.
I know. Okay, here's the thing. I'm allergic to dogs and cats.
No.
That's
me too.
tragic.
So I'm like, I want to enjoy Pet a Pet Day, but I just enjoy it from the
Sometimes they're
beautiful
snakes.
cats. They have so many different pets
I
too.
know.
Like, don't they bring like goats and stuff?
There have been. I have seen goats, and I've also seen mini horses.
Mini horses.
Mhm.
I'm crying. That's really cute. Yeah. Well, I recently went on this farm trip for one of my classes, and we got to hold like a baby goat, and like its mom was bleeding at us very angrily. It was very cute. Yeah, but stuff like that. What other kinds of stuff do you guys like on campus?
I've been to a lot of theater performances this
Yeah.
semester, actually, and they're really neat.
That's super cool. Wait, what kind of theater performances?
Well, I was involved in Shakespeare.
Oh, you were?
I was. We did Romeo and Juliet this semester. I'm going to see As You Like It tomorrow, and then the Smith Contemporary Theater had a performance. I don't remember what the show was, but it was good.
Yeah, there's so many different theater performances.
Yeah.
I think
There's
it's really
like a
cool.
lot of theater groups on campus.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like they're growing in number. Is that?
There's like 3 new ones this semester.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's nice to see like a rise in like theater.
Yeah.
I remember one of them, Duct Tape Productions, did Legally Blonde last year,
Yeah.
and that was so good.
They did Addams Family this year, and it was also really good. I
Oh,
really
yeah.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was really interesting because like, I had a couple of friends who were like, oh my god, they're doing Legally Blonde, I have to join. So they joined, and it was really funny seeing them act. Yeah, I thought it was really cute. But yeah, another event that I really personally like on campus is Smith to Do.
Ooh.
I mean, it's kind of what I founded. If anyone uses Smith by Smithies for Tumblr, to learn more about Smith College, when I blogged more, that was the one thing I blogged about constantly was Smith to Do. That was like my weekly thing. But yeah, they just have so many different options for like decorating your room, which was desperately needed for me as a first year because I didn't bring any decorations at all. I don't know about you guys, but
Well, they've also like branched out more this year. I feel like there's a lot more like interactive things. Like there's like succulents and stuff, and that was really cool.
Yeah, I actually still have my succulent from first year from Smith to do, and it like keeps growing, and I'm like, it used to be like this big, and now it's like up here, and it like has like babies on the side that I need to like take out and like put into different pots soon, which I'll probably do like
You're a
tomorrow.
mother now.
I know, I'm a grandmother. Literally, like, it had some babies, like, a couple months ago, and I presented them to my mother, and I was like, Mom, you are a grandmother now. She was like, you're so weird. That's random.
I really like to go to the on-campus movies.
Yeah.
The SEC usually does movies, like, every Friday night. They've been a little spacey with them this semester, which... you know. But I really like to go to those. They're usually like 7 at night, and they do them in like one of our auditoriums, so it's on a really big screen. And what my friends and I will do is we have like late night dining here, and they'll serve like bar food and other things like mozzarella sticks and chicken nuggets, and we'll go and like take a container and get a bunch of mozzarella sticks and chicken nuggets and then go to the movie. And that's really fun. Or I love the Botanic Garden.
Oh yeah.
I go there a lot.
They've had a lot of events recently.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to the garden gala? You should go to the garden gala. Get your free tickets at Seeds.
I heard about it, but I totally forgot to pick up the ticket. Oh, is that tonight?
No, it's on Friday.
Okay, well, I have time to maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
They did like a terrarium event, which
Yeah.
I went to, and it was really busy but really fun. And they did tea making once or twice, which I'm really interested in. And I love to go there after class and just walk around.
Yeah, I'm taking a horticulture class right now, and it is so much fun. I definitely recommend you guys take it since you guys both seem to like plants. It's so much fun. I literally have a windowsill just like stuffed full of plants now because we just keep getting free new plants. And I like don't know how I'm gonna carry all of them home. My mom's probably gonna be like, please no more. Where am I gonna put all of this? But yeah, I think the Botanic Garden events seem like a lot of fun. Like they're doing a lot of late night ones recently, which is really interesting and also really nice for me because I tend to be more awake at night.
Yeah.
But I think it's really cool.
Definitely have more free time at night. It's a nice alternative to like going to UMass or something.
Yeah,
which
definitely.
I like.
Yeah.
And who doesn't love a good free new plant, right?
Exactly.
I love it. Yeah, so what do you guys feel about Northampton? Do you guys like having Northampton as our college
Yeah,
town?
I do. Yeah.
I really like, one of the big reasons I chose Smith was because I really wanted to be in a college town. And so I love Northampton. And it seems like, honestly, I think Northampton loves us too.
Me. Yeah, I will say for me personally, I think a big part of the reason why I chose Smith over some other options was that, well, I had gone to Cornell Summer College when I was in high school, and what I really learned from that experience was that I needed a place that didn't have a college town that was dead, because Ithaca was like literally dead, and every time I went down there, I was like, is there life in this town? Like, does anyone exist here? So seeing Northampton, I was like, this is like the perfect medium between like, so I live fairly close to New York City. I don't live in it, but like, it's a very big city, and I didn't really want that life, but I also didn't want the dead college town that was Ithaca. So to me, Northampton was that nice in-between space.
No, Northampton's like a big city for me.
Oh, really?
And so I love living here. There's like shops and restaurants, and that's like really cool to me. There's also buses, like that's wild. But yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So a big reason why I chose this college also was Gilmore Girls. I love the little like
Madison,
town,
you're killing me.
and so that's why I really liked this. Like, and I didn't visit the campus before accepting my admission, so I was just imagining that I'd like come to Smith and walk into Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, of
And
course.
I'd say sort of, but I just recently started going into town, and there's so many cool shops downtown. I really like Red Lime for boba.
Yes.
There's
Gotta get your boba
Lucky's,
fix.
which everybody goes to for like their
I
first
have a
piercing or
tattoo from
tattoo.
Lucky's.
But there's some cool stuff, and there's a lot of really good food. My semester goal this year was to order out more food.
Yes.
And there's some really good places
I
downtown.
love some of the restaurants downtown. Like, they're just really, really good. I mean, I think, where did I go? I think I went to Taipei, Tokyo for my birthday dinner with a couple of my friends, and they have really good stuff. I love Osaka, and I'm making our boss bring me out to Osaka. Because it's a little bit more expensive, but it is what it is. You've got to take advantage of your connections.
I go to Bombay Royale.
Oh, I love Bombay
I
Royale.
really like Indian food, and they have this like lunch buffet.
Yes.
Which I would recommend.
So nice.
So like sometimes when my friends, if we have a little extra time during lunch, we'll like walk downtown and like go there for food, which is really nice.
There's a couple of like different lunch buffet options. Like Osaka also has like this lunch special thing that's like really nice actually. So I highly recommend that as well. Yeah. What other restaurants do you guys like?
Pita pockets.
Oh.
They have really, really good pita pockets. When my mom came for family weekend, we went there the first night she was here, and then I like had her take me back every night. So for a weekend, I just ate like pita pockets every night, and like within a week, they kind of knew my name. I was really into it, and then I had to take a break.
I don't really eat out that much.
That's
so,
super
yeah.
fair. Yeah, sometimes I really like going to Philo's for their pan prosciutto pizza.
That sounds
That
pretty
was
good.
so good.
They have a tortellini pizza.
They have a tortellini?
Yes.
Wait, what does that even look
Which
like?
I love. So it's like a cheese pizza, and they put some like nice olive oil on it, and they cover it in tortellini, like cheese
They just
tortellini.
put
That's like-
tortellini on
Yeah,
it.
it's like a tortellini pizza. Like there's tortellini
Oh my God.
on the
Oh my
pizza.
God.
That's
It's
so
delicious.
much. I
That's-
kind of love it.
Yeah, and Philo's also has free delivery.
They do.
Yes,
I did not know
important
that.
part.
free delivery. So I order food from there a lot. And
Oh.
fun hack: if you get a large pizza, you get a free small cheese pizza with it.
What?
So like sometimes
You're just revealing all you
I know. I've been playing this game for a while. But like I like to do that with a friend. Like we'll split some, and then you get so much pizza, and it's so good.
Yeah, I'm just like mind blown. Well, I'm a senior, so it's a little too late now.
Stay in the
I said that
area.
every single week also.
You're gonna have to like just get a little bit of pizza.
Senior week.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Okay. Well, now I need to do that at some point, like very, very soon. Yeah. But in general, I think Northampton is just nice because it kind of like has a life of its own. Like they have like events just in town that aren't related to Smith, and to me, it seems like a really nice way of like getting off campus without taking a bus to take you like 20, 30 minutes away from somewhere like kind of far away.
Have either of you guys ever gone to that like ice sculpture event?
I've like heard about it and
Yeah.
never gone ever.
I've like only gone not the day it started, but like a couple days later, and basically I guess it's like some kind of gallery, and people get these big blocks of ice and design all this cool stuff, and of course you always see it on people's Instagram. But I know last year they did like the big Game of Thrones chair, and it seems
Oh,
really
yeah,
cool.
yeah, I saw pictures of it.
And we have a farmer's market too.
Yeah, we
Well,
do.
That was yesterday, right?
Eh,
I don't know, there was a
I
Tuesday
thought-
market thing.
Okay, yeah.
Have you been to the farmer's market? I really want to go.
I went last year. I haven't gone yet this year. I've been so busy.
Yeah, but yeah, it's really cool that they have like a farmer's market and everything. I just feel like Northampton like has this really nice, vibrant life that isn't necessarily super interconnected with Smith. So I definitely feel like I'm like getting away from my academics. Although sometimes I do go downtown to like study and stuff. Do you guys like utilize any of the coffee shops or anything?
Oh yeah. I love studying in coffee shops.
Yeah, I like Haymarket. Also,
Yeah.
The Haymarket
the,
smoothies.
the coffee shops also are really good for dates. I will say that. Like, it's the truth. They're really good for
You
dates.
know Iconica?
No.
Oh my god, it's super like eclectic and it just has like random furniture everywhere. It's super cool. And
Wait,
it's,
which
like,
one?
Iconica?
Oh, I think I just went there.
It's so cool. My friend used to
really
work
nice.
there.
I recently went to this place called like Familiars, which is a cafe downtown, and it's in a train car. Like,
Wait, what?
yeah, it's in a train
Yeah.
car, and it was really good. I had a chai, and it was delicious.
Wait, have you guys heard of that cat cafe that's supposed to be opening up
I
soon?
heard, yeah. Do you know when it's supposed to open?
I think like summer 2019. So
I'm
after I
ready.
leave, of course.
I'm ready
but-
for it.
Well,
What's it called? Like Cafe or
I
something?
think so. That sounds
I
right.
love it. Well, first season of fall, you might have a cat cafe.
Maybe. Well, I'm really
Really
jealous.
jealous.
I wanted a cat.
You just need to like come back.
Just go get some coffee, go to like find a cat on campus, and you have a cat cafe. You know?
that just
Release
becomes what a
tons
cat
of
cafe
cats
is.
into the CC.
And then all of the CC is just one big cat cafe?
Cats.
Yeah, that's the dream.
Oh my god, well that would be really incredible and I love that. If only I wasn't allergic to cats as well. That stinks. But yeah, do you guys like anything else about Northampton?
Oh well, there's a lot of concerts that happen.
Yeah,
There's like a
that's
ton
true.
of concert venues, and I've been to a lot of concerts this semester, and it's been
Oh, cool, like
really
what?
cool. I went to Lucy Dacus and Sydney Gish. And they were both like, one was in East Hampton, so it's like a 10-minute drive, but my friend had a car, and then one was down at the Pearl Street nightclub, and it was really cool. It was like a really short walk too.
There's also concerts on campus.
Yeah,
We have-
JMG.
yeah, I went to the Indigo Girls this
Yeah,
semester.
everyone was like,
Yeah, it was
Excited
fun.
about it.
It was really fun. And also we have a lot of like events there where like Smith will bring in people to go to. There was Tan France.
yes,
Francis
oh my
here.
god,
semester.
everyone went wild for Tan
So
France.
good. Usually every spring we either have like a big speaker come, or last year we had like a musician. Who
Yeah.
I heard was really good too.
Yeah. I don't remember if this was my first year or your guys' first year, but Viola Davis came one year.
That was not our
super
first
cool. Okay,
year.
well,
I
wish. Maybe I'm just old.
That was your time.
Back in my day. But yeah, Viola Davis came one year and it was really, really cool. Yeah, but I just feel like, I heard that Janelle Monáe came one year for like the concert. Not my time, but like before even my time. That would have been so incredible.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the SEC speakers are really, really cool. I always think that the SEC works super hard to like bring in like these really amazing, really incredible people.
The
So.
SEC does the most.
Yeah, they do a lot. They were giving out like free Tupperware.
No, they do a lot for students, which I would say, like,
Including
talking to my other friends, they do not do that at other campuses. A
Yeah.
couple weeks ago, I went on a free trip to New York by the
Oh.
SEC.
Oh my
And we got a free ticket to the Met. And they bussed us down there. I did not go to the Met. My friend and I went shopping. But
Yeah, I
it was
remember you
really
were talking
fun.
about that.
And last year, they bussed us to the March for Our Lives, too.
Yeah,
I went to that in
that's
Boston. That was really
great.
cool, too.
Yeah, I think we recently went. I think I went on this SEC trip to the Montague Book Mill. Have you guys been
yeah,
there?
I've been there.
It was really cool. I really highly recommend. It's just like this really cool old-ish place with like books just crammed everywhere, and like they have like this nice little cafe and everything too. I think we're just super into like cafes.
Yeah,
is what I'm
I think we're
realizing.
like books and cafes.
And
That's it.
cats.
And cats, yep.
That's all you need in life. But yeah, but the SEC does a lot of really cool like events that like will bring you off campus, but like make sure that you're still like with people in general. Yeah, actually the president of Smith College like had this thing where there was this play in New York about Gloria Steinem, and she was offering like free tickets to people who were interested, and there was like a lottery, and me and my friend went in.
Did you get to go?
Yeah, I got to go, and it was super, super cool. Like, we just hopped on a bus Saturday morning and, like, went to see this play about Gloria Steinem.
You got the insider tip. Oh my god.
Yeah, and I was like, it was really cool, and it was a lot of fun just being like, I'm in New York all of a sudden. But, yeah, that was really fun. And I definitely love bus rides because I can just sleep all day.
Do you guys have any activities in your house? Like, do you have interest in those?
Well, well, the first thing I thought of was, this is not my house, but Gardner House used to do this thing where they always had like cookies every Wednesday, and like I would always see them like baking the cookies,
my
and it was
God.
really cute. 'Cause they had
Comstock
every
does
single
that too.
Wednesday.
And I
Every
am
Wednesday?
so jealous.
I
I'm
know.
so
You
jealous.
just need one person who's dedicated to that cookie life.
Oh my god, yeah. We do like study breaks every week. They've kind of gone down in popularity this semester. But usually, like last year, I hosted an event where like we just watched like Lemonade, like Beyonce's Lemonade.
Yeah.
And like we did movies and like spooky movies for Halloween, and we'll order like snacks and stuff. And so those are kind of fun.
Yeah, I will say like a lot of the houses just have these like really nice events for study breaks and teas, and they just like make sure that there's something.
We do movie nights on Fridays.
Oh, that's
and so,
really cute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Actually, our residence life, which are basically RAs, as you would call it in other colleges, are putting on this really cool event called like Bubbles with Res Life, where they're gonna have like bubble tea, they're gonna have bubble wrap, they're gonna have bubbles, and I'm really excited.
It was so much fun.
I love bubble wrap and I love bubble tea.
Right?
That's
And I love bubble.
Free bubble tea was just like
also good.
peak of my
That's
peak of
really
my
cute.
career.
But yeah, looks like we have a question. Yay! So they're asking, hey, I wanted to ask about the Smith College campus radio. Who can join? And does the radio station accommodate different types of genres? Does anyone know?
I have some friends that do radio, but I don't do radio. So anyone can join pretty much. You have to like submit some stuff. And you really, for the most part, can choose your own genre. I have a friend that does like an 80s station, and then I have a friend that does more indie station. And I had a friend that was like Shakespeare themed, so they did like all sea shanties. One of their shows was just all like sea shanties. So like you can totally do whatever you want for the most part, as long as it's like approved.
Ooh.
Yeah, from what I've heard, it's Wozy Q, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wozy Q seems to do like a really interesting like collection of like whatever you're interested in doing. So I think that's super cool.
Yeah.
And don't they throw those like semester parties? I
Yeah,
heard they're
they do
really fun.
Concerts, they're
Ooh.
great.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think I've been to one once. I think I accidentally stumbled upon it, and I was like, "This is so cool! What's happening?" But yeah, overall, I've heard like really great things about their parties.
And they usually host like fairly local artists, so we're also supporting local music. Yay!
Yeah, Madison, you got a compliment.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, those are my laptop stickers.
Yeah. Okay. So we have another question. What are your guys' favorite clubs and / or activities on campus? Favorite?
Okay, I'm gonna toss up my club. So
Advertise.
yeah, I'm in this.
Advertise.
I'd say very serious, prestigious club. You may have heard of it, Acapella.
Very prestigious.
It's our on-campus like alternative acapella group, and we're like a comedy group. I'm in that, and I love it. I would say it's like one of the clubs that kind of made Smith feel like home for me. And like when I was still making friends, it was really nice to like have somewhere to go.
I heard it's really competitive to get into Acapella. Because it's super prestigious.
It really depends on the year. All the acapella groups, I don't know what it is with this campus or this small radius.
There's
Every
8 acapella
Yeah,
groups.
there's
A
like
lot
8
of
different
acapella.
acapella groups, and sometimes I'm confused why I do it because it's a lot of acapella. And they always invite us for some reason. Well, they have to.
That would be rude. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, God, imagine if they didn't invite you. I'm sure you guys would like fight them.
I feel like they'd be like, they try.
I think you could just like show up and you'd be like, "Hey, I heard there's an acapella jam. We're here."
I'm sure you wanted us. But actually, acapella jams, I'd say, are like a big on-campus event.
Yeah, they all have
definitely.
different themes and
Yeah.
everything.
I feel like there's a different acapella jam like every 2 weeks because there's so many groups, so
Yeah.
you always have something to go
There's
to.
always something. I'm also in Smith Debate, which is
Oh,
super fun.
yeah.
We go and compete against other schools, go to tournaments every semester, and you get to argue competitively. It's fun. It's great with your friends. Also, I'm going to plug my club.
Do it.
Smith Shakes is the Smith Shakespeare Company. We're getting chartered right now.
Yeah.
We are doing one of the histories that's still undecided in the fall, so come try out for that.
Yeah.
Yay! I have no clubs to plug. Sorry, these two really built it up. But I did do wind ensemble for a very long time, where I played flute. But that's no longer a club anymore, because in like the past 2 years ago or something, they made the switch over from club to like class credit, so you can now get credit instead for being in like an orchestra or wind ensemble or jazz band or other things like that. So it's not really a club anymore, but like highly recommended. I love the conductor, Ellen. She's like the nicest person ever. And every semester we have like an end of the year party where she brings like Harold's ice cream and we all like fight each other for first of mine because we love our Harold's.
Another club that I really like is the handbell choir.
Yes, they do. You can also
So
get class
good.
credit for that.
So good. Oh my God.
Beautiful.
They did this cover of Good Morning Baltimore. Hauntingly beautiful.
Yeah.
It was, oh God.
Yeah, I have a friend who did it,
So
and
good.
like every time I like watch her do it, she's always like holding the big one. She's like, and I'm like, how are you holding
I just
that?
love it because they're just like do 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 do, and I'm like,
Yeah.
beautiful
How are
noises.
you making music?
No.
So good.
Okay, yeah, looks like we got a couple more questions now. Do you guys have any stories about ghosts or hauntings?
Yes,
on
my
campus?
first year room was haunted. No one believed me. It was haunted. I heard a ghost above me every day. There was definitely footsteps but also we have some really old buildings that are from like the 1600s, and so you get ghosts when you're around that long. But also, if you don't believe in ghosts, there's no ghosts here, but there's definitely ghosts.
Every house has like at least one ghost story, I feel.
So my house apparently has a ghost that like we may or may not share with Comstock. I don't know. Goes back and forth, but like Gloria.
Oh, I've heard.
And apparently
I've heard
she
Gloria.
like lives in the attic, and I don't know. I guess the
don't
rumor is that like some girl like killed herself up there, but there's no records of that, so you know.
Buried
Take
it
that what you will.
deep.
But people on the third floor, there's not a floor above them, hear footsteps.
That happened to me last year.
Yeah. Creepy stuff.
Okay, well, apparently, like, Sessions House is supposed to be, like, the super haunted house on campus
Yeah.
because it's the oldest house on campus.
And it has a secret staircase.
Yeah, apparently, like, only if you live there are you allowed to know where the secret staircase is. But if you don't live there, you're not allowed to know.
And there's the Smith Spectral Society now.
Yes.
There's a club for ghost hunting.
Yeah, it's really cool. They like put up posters. I think they're having a ghost. They had a ghost hunt last
Yeah,
Friday.
they had.
Oh, they
they
did?
had.
That's
And I
so
think
funny.
they found something.
Wait,
Really?
what?
I don't know entirely.
Wait, what did they
found.
find?
I don't know. I just know people were really excited about what they found. I am not in Smith Spectral Society. I know I should be.
What? Okay.
Wow.
Next question.
Okay,
Can I
moving
talk
on.
more about speech and debate?
Yes,
Okay,
go
so speech
ahead.
and debate is a little bit, what we do is American parliamentary debate style, so it's different than most high school debate. So for some people it's easier to have never done debate than to come in and already having done high school debate, but it's also a really easy switch because you already have that way of thinking. So I definitely recommend joining Smith Debate Society if you're interested in continuing debate.
Do you guys use parliamentary procedure?
I don't know what that means. I just know how to argue. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
cool.
Man, I but yeah, I think you blogged about the debate.
Yeah. I think this also might be Model UN. I think that was started relatively recently.
There is a Model
There's a
UN.
Model UN,
They started it last year, but it seems like it's like hit the ground running
Okay.
like this past year.
Cool.
I am still on the email list, so it seems to be doing well.
That's
but
great.
I haven't gone.
Yeah, what happens every year is that you sign up for like 80 clubs and then you like don't go to like 75 of them.
And then you're a sophomore and you're still in all of their mail lists.
Oh, I mean, I'm a senior and I'm still in all of the mailing lists, and I'm like,
know when like free food's coming up.
That's
like,
a
I
really
feel
valid
that
point.
really hard.
For some reason, I'm on the Smith pre-health list because when I was signing up, I was like, maybe I'll be a lawyer or a doctor, or, you know.
I'll be
but
all of the
they have a lot of food events, and so sometimes I just like show up and I'm like, yeah, I like medicine, and I like take a slice of pizza and walk out the door.
Yeah, I like medicine so much that I'm gonna leave right now.
Gotta go fix my hunger.
That's hilarious. So we got another question. Do freshman international students always get roommates? I don't think anyone necessarily has to get roommates,
No.
but for the most part, I would say most first years most first years get a roommate, even in the quad, which is where a lot of the singles are.
I think our entering year, about 15% of the entering students got singles, so that still meant like 85 people shared a double, but you'll probably get a single your next year if you don't get a single your first year.
Yeah, I was actually, I actually got a single my first year. So
Me too.
yes, that single life. Yeah, Madison's like, I hate you. But yeah, very quickly the next year you will probably get a double. What's the best residential college in your guys' opinions? I'm going to assume they meant house.
We could also talk about
or
areas of campus.
we're all gonna fight now, aren't we?
Yeah. It really depends on what you're looking for, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, each area has its own benefits. Like the quad, the biggest con, of course, is that you're living super far away from anything
By
else.
super far away, you mean a 10-minute walk,
Yes.
which isn't actually
Comparatively
that far.
further away. But I will say, if you want to go downtown,
Yeah.
you will have to walk like
That's
20,
true.
25 minutes.
For me though, I'd say the distance is a pro. Like I kind of like on the weekends not having to still be on campus and like see the library and the academic buildings. Like I kind of feel like home is a little bit more separated from like school.
And I really enjoy that feeling of like separation as well. And also it forces me to do some exercise every day.
Oh yeah.
I mean, unless I don't have a class, in which case there's no exercise happening.
There's also like a really nice walk by the pond.
Yeah.
Yes.
And your campus, you're really close to downtown.
Yeah, I'm really close to downtown and classes, which I really like because I like being able to get up 10 minutes before my classes, which is a pro for me.
I think about that a lot.
I really like it.
roll out of bed.
Sometimes I wake up 10 minutes before class anyways. I'm just late.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I always think about moving to Hubbard because it's really close to Sealy, and then they have like that later grab breakfast in the
Yeah.
morning. So I'm like, I could really roll out of bed like 5 minutes before
Grab
class
breakfast.
starts, grab
Oh,
a bagel,
yeah.
and go. Like,
Yeah, but so a lot of people do bike on campus, especially
Yeah.
people who like live closer to the quad, just because like it's a little bit easier to get around that way. But I would say that most people have. I don't know about most. A lot of people have
Yeah,
bikes
it's
on
not
campus.
uncommon.
the
Yeah.
one thing I would say is like, I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but I
Oh.
wouldn't say our campus is the most bike friendly.
I agree.
It's like not. I mean, you can bring a bike. It is definitely possible. You
a lot
can
of people
ride
do it.
But it's not like there's some campuses where they have like specific bike paths. And it's really
yeah,
easy to get
yeah.
around. And here it's a lot of like, get out of my way.
Which like isn't entirely anyone's fault. It's just like the paths are like super narrow and not necessarily meant for both people biking and people walking.
Yeah, and also like once it gets cold and snowy and icy out, it does
Yeah.
get a little bit dangerous to bike anywhere.
There are some like positives and negatives about like a
Yes.
really old campus.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Are there any?
So, are there any compulsory classes before one declares their major? How exactly does the curriculum work? So here's my tour guide speech. Yeah, so actually at Smith College we have something called the open curriculum. What that means is that you do not have any general education requirements like other colleges may have. Instead, what that means is that you only have to take one class that is labeled as writing intensive within your first year at Smith. That can be first semester or second semester. And it's really easily fulfilled. You can take a first year seminar, which are these classes basically built for first years. And they have classes spread all across the spectrum of majors. So it's not like one particular humanities class. Or of course you can take an English class. Also an easy way to fulfill the writing intensive requirement. But yeah, you have a lot of options in terms of just exploring different kinds of subjects because of the open curriculum. Yeah.
Is it true
That's
that
my
like,
spiel.
I think this is true, if you're an international student, you have to take the writing class and you can't just take the first year seminar?
I don't know if that's entirely true.
That's what I've heard. I don't know. A lot of my international friends, they couldn't take a first year seminar. They had to take like a regular
interesting.
English
That's
118
interesting.
class. I guess to just make sure everybody's at the same baseline
Yeah, I would
English level or
definitely do
something.
some more research about that just
Yeah.
in case, because I'm not super sure, but that's entirely possible.
But the first year seminars would definitely recommend. They're
Yes.
so fun.
What did you guys say?
I took one about it was called Eden and Other Gardens because I'm a bio major. I'm studying plants and botany. I wasn't super into English classes, and then I got to take a class about gardens, and I read about gardens for a whole semester, and it was absolutely great.
I took Black Power movement since the 1970s.
Right.
It was really good. It was the first year the class actually started, but they had it again this year.
Oh, that's
because it was-
awesome.
I love it. It was so eye-opening for me.
Yeah, I took Reaction to the Past, which is basically historical role play class.
A wonderful on-campus cult.
I know. I will
has a
say there's a lot of times where what?
A tattoo for
Yes.
the first year
Oh
seminar?
yeah. Someone in
Wait,
Professor
yep.
Kobe's class, they were doing something about religion, and they got that little like fish thing tattooed.
They got a tattoo based on their character. Yep.
Yeah, that happened. So people get very passionate about Reaction to the Past.
It's a
I
cult.
did not get a tattoo of my character, is what I'm going to say. But people do really get into
It's
it.
really fun. I
Yeah.
actually got to sit in on my friend's Reaction to the Past class for like, I don't know, she was Queen Anne
Oh my
Boleyn,
God.
and she needed me to be a witness that she wasn't guilty of like sleeping with some other royal person.
Yeah,
and so she
yeah.
wrote me a speech, and I got to go in and yell at her whole class for her. And then I got to sit back down. It was great.
Yeah, I will say I've never been so passionate about ancient Athenian politics before. Like, I was literally gonna fight some people over their bad opinions about ancient Athenian politics.
Oh my God.
I was ready to throw down, as I always am. But yeah, I would say that the first year seminar classes offered here at Smith are really, really incredible. And there's just a large variety, so like you don't have to take like an English writing class if that's not what you're
Yeah,
into.
there's
Smith,
so much different stuff, and they're all so good.
they're
Yeah.
so interesting.
my
I wish I could have taken like 4.
I know, right?
It took me so long to decide as a first
Yeah,
year.
me
I like
too.
made such a long list because everything was really interesting.
Yeah, I personally thought like my class was like really fun. The reason why reacting is so infamous is because we do a lot of like outside of class stuff that's very visible. Like I remember one time we were like walking around campus chanting about how we wanted suffrage, like for women, like the ability for women to vote, and everyone was like, what? We can vote though. What are you talking about? And I was like, just go with it, okay? Don't look at me.
It's so fun.
But yeah.
I think there's one about acapella groups. They might have missed that.
Oh, what about acapella groups?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Acapella groups.
And there's a lot of them.
I can cover that. Yeah.
How
so
many are there?
There's
8?
8. I think there's 8 different acapella groups. Each acapella group is different. They each kind of have a different style. Different. But they have a different style. It's fun. They'll like dress in similar colors. There is one acapella group that's like associated with the music department, which is Groove.
They recently
Really?
didn't.
Did they just recently like?
I thought they
Did
recently de-associate.
Interesting.
We can stop. Maybe. Yes.
on.
At least we know they used to be.
Yes. But yeah, acapella is just really popular on campus. Like everyone invites acapella. Well, not everyone, but a lot of houses invite acapella to their houses for their like winter weekend parties or spring weekend parties.
It's really wild how many acapella groups, like how much money they make from that.
They make a lot of
There's
money.
several, I think like 3 different acapella groups have EPs now.
Oh,
Spotify.
yeah. You can look it up on Spotify.
But basically, if you're interested in the acapella groups, at the beginning of the year, we have something called Art Sing, which is in the quad, and you get to hear
Yeah.
performances from all of the different acapella groups on campus, and they'll give you all the audition information, and then they have auditions for about like a week or 2. I will say, getting into like some acapella groups can be competitive. Like
Yes.
my friend in the range, she said they had like, I don't know, like 80 people audition,
God.
but they only had like 2 spots, and they
Yeah.
need like really specific sounds for acapella.
Yeah.
But like, so if you're really interested in it and you don't get in your first try or something, I
Yeah.
would definitely recommend
going.
auditioning again. And there's so many music like things on campus that you can be
Yes.
doing.
Yeah, definitely. I knew someone who joined acapella as like a senior, so like
It's totally
I would say
possible.
like don't give up.
Yeah, that's really the main way to do it.
Yeah, just keep going. But yeah, I think acapella is really interesting. I just can't sing.
Well,
Crapapella.
But you guys are so like performance based.
yeah.
It really is a comedy type of thing.
Yeah.
We
well, like you
recently-
guys are like good at like acting. I'm also bad at acting.
I recently convinced the club to invest in a poop suit. So we now have like
That was
a little poop suit.
Madison, truly you are the most incredible person I know.
I posted some pictures on my Tumblr if you want to check it out.
But yeah, so thank you guys for joining us today. Tune in next year for the next YouTube live.
See you next spring, I guess.
Yeah.